Reality. Reality receipts.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley, and we are back to talk about Love is Blind France episodes 1 to 4. I'm obsessed. It is a really good season. I wasn't sure what to expect, but they all just seem so genuine. I mean, no one's being nice. They're a bunch of mean girls. There's craziness. It's very, very spicy so far.
Yes,
So it's
spicy.
got a lot to talk about. Before we get into that, though, we got maybe sort of a receipt report. We mentioned on our last episode there was some drama going on with the Love is Blind Denver cast. One of the contestants, there was a bunch of people in the Netflix comment section about him. So what do we got? Any updates about that
So
yet?
we
Or
do have some updates. So obviously Love is Blind season 9 announced their cast. Whenever the cast is announced is usually when all the tea starts pouring in. So the Netflix comments were swarmed with this guy named Mike basically saying that he is a scammer and that he scammed a lot of small businesses out of money, where he would basically get services and then not pay them. There are also employees of his coming forward. So cleaners that he had working for his cleaning business that he never paid. So apparently in the Denver area, he's just notoriously known for owing people a lot of money and not paying them. So I did get some receipts. I'm putting together the story so that it makes sense for all of you guys with receipts and proof. I do have letters from lawyers, from businesses. I have text messages of employees asking for him to pay them that have gone ignored. I have, tons of screenshots that he does in fact owe these businesses money. And owes these employees money. And he does currently have a girlfriend. Current day, they wiped all of their pictures, obviously, because of his NDA. I have pictures of them together as early as March of 2025, but this filmed in February of 2024, February, March of 2024. So these people who also know him are alleging that he was with his girlfriend during filming, but I don't have any pictures of them together before that. So, like around this time, so there's no proof that they were together during filming, but I mean, it's like 10 people saying it. So, where there's smoke, there's fire. And these are people
yeah.
who worked for him, who also know her. She apparently worked for him too. So yeah, I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. If there's like 5, 6, 7 people saying like this was his girlfriend, she begged him not to go on the show, and she just prayed that he didn't find anybody, and then he came back to her. So I think they're doing that whole like, we dated, we were seeing each other, sleeping together, and then we got serious after he came back. They're doing that
Right.
whole thing. So
They love to say that. So, yeah, and it's not like these are anonymous DMs from secret people. People are writing this publicly on the Netflix pages from their own accounts. So that gives a lot more weight to it. Obviously, they're not going to be a whole group of people just claiming a bunch of false things. So, we asked Mike for a comment. We haven't got a comment yet, but if we he did just a reply, of course.
I knew, I could tell by your face.
I don't know.
What in the world? That's so crazy. Okay, what did he say?
I might cut this out. We'll see, because I want him to talk to us more, and I don't want him to think I read his messages out loud. But it says, because he was like, right, what not happening is probably a better question. And so I was like, is it true or not? He said, trying to follow recommendations from certain people, I will say there's very little truth to any of it. I'm ready for the show to air so people can see who I am for themselves. That is not a no, it's true. So
It's definitely no, he said no, it's not true. He said there's not a lot of truth to it. Okay, so there's some
right.
truth to it.
Yes. So should I say that?
Okay, Mike.
Should I say that on here, or does that make it look like we're lying? Because some people hear that and they're like, oh, it's not true then, right? So should I say we just haven't heard back yet? And we'll dig further.
Yeah.
Okay. yeah, so we reached out to him for comment. We haven't heard back yet, but when we come back to tell you more with more receipts, we'll include his statement in that. If I mean, they're not usually allowed to break their NDAs and talk about anything, but obviously this isn't really show related, so maybe
Yeah.
I'm
And what
assuming if
usually you guys have to understand that usually when there's something salacious going on, the person
Mhm.
who it's about doesn't be like, yeah, it's true. They always
Yeah.
say it's not true. So my expectation is that he's gonna say it's not true. But
Mhm.
again, where there's smoke, there's fire. One thing that is true that I've seen with my own eyes is that you owe employees money and you hired a cleaning business and didn't pay them for their services, and there's a $1,500 outstanding invoice that they are actively trying to that they hired
Mhm.
lawyers to try and recoup. So that I do know, that I've seen proof of. But
He
as
should
far as
just
the rest of it, yeah.
he should just come out and be like, "Yeah, it's true. I owe people money." Like, I don't know, like, why
Just
deny
pay
it? So,
them. Like,
yeah.
just pay them. Like, I don't understand. Like, just pay them. Like, apparently he's known to like pay people off to like keep his name clean. So I'm like, you would think it's like literally 8 to 10 people that are saying the exact same thing. It's like,
Yeah. Hmm.
just
Well,
pay
we'll
them.
have to we'll have to see how the girlfriend feels too when it airs, right? Because I remember with the whole Trevor situation, she did the same thing, right? Like go film, come back to me. Then after it aired and then he dumped her, she had a different story. So we'll have to see what happens with them and what happens with his story. But yeah, the whole go on the show and then come back to me never works out. It usually goes very poorly afterwards because
Yeah.
then they get famous. And if you're not like married or in a serious relationship, then you want to start spilling all their tea. So we'll see
Yeah.
what happens. But
Yeah.
yeah, drama already so
Drama
far. But
already. Mike is already the villain. He's already
yeah.
like owing people tons of money.
Hmm.
So allegedly.
Yes.
So yeah, I
Allegedly.
mean that's the tea on Mike, but I'll put all the findings together so you guys can find it all in one place and it's easy to understand. I know right now it's like who the hell is Mike because
Yeah.
we have heard that he is going to get some airtime, so it will all make sense very soon.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, we're told we will see him on there. So it won't be just a random person with no screen time. And you're like, why did you waste our time with this? So we'll
Yeah.
have to see how it goes down for him. But until then, should we get into Love is Blind France?
Yes,
So
let's get into it. So good.
I I know, I just love it, like, I don't know. They're all so, like, fancy and beautiful and, like,
Yeah.
European. I don't know if that's, like, a stereotype, but, like, I don't know, they just all so classy to me, so
Yeah, they're all
right?
like, I feel like the women are gorgeous. I
Yeah.
really love how they dress. Like, they all have
Yes.
like really great careers. Like, they're all
Mhm.
over 30. I'm really enjoying this season. So if you guys are not
Yeah.
watching Love is Blind France, you should we recommend you watch it, and also you will get over the subtitles. If you don't like voiceovers, I mean, like
Mhm.
you will get over it. I promise you. Like in the beginning, it's a little weird because you can hear them talking, in
Yeah.
French behind the voiceover. But
Mhm.
by episode 2, you don't even hear it anymore. Or
Yeah.
at least I didn't.
Before we were covering it and when I watched, like, on my own time, I just watched with the subtitles and not the dubbing because the dubbing is really annoying to people, and if I like to read captions anyways because like, I can never hear what's happening, so that wasn't a problem for me, but now, like, since we're covering it a little faster than I would watch it normally, so I have my headphones in when I listen, that was a little tricky because 'cause you're, like, hearing 2 voices at once, so that was hard.
Yeah.
I'd rather read it than listen like that, but so if the dubbing bothers you, try with the captions, because if you're a caption reader anyways, it really doesn't matter because
Okay.
yeah, and then you get more of, like, their emotions, I think, 'cause sometimes the voice they use for the dubbing is not the same, and
Yeah,
I
it's
just
not. It's not. I'm not a caption reader though. Like that
yeah,
just it grinds my gears. So
no, yeah, so then you probably like the dubbing if you don't like to read while you watch, so but
yeah.
I know, like, I stopped post because I watched, like, the first few seasons of Brazil and I think in Sweden, and I would post clips, but dubbed because I can't post, like, random languages on my page because the algorithm gets really confused, like, starts showing you the wrong stuff, and then I would get a lot of mean comments, like, "Can you guys not read over there? Like, why would you put dubbing?" And they were very offended by, like, changing the language, so every person I'd have to be like, it's just for the clip, like, I have to post it this way, and then I stopped covering them because people were so mean about it, so I just posted another one, we'll see what happens, but now I'm glad I can finally cover them this way because I don't have to post clips, so
Yeah.
much better. to be able to talk about it without showing clips. So,
Yeah.
anyways, the first like one of the first couples they showed us, well, not couple, but like pod people,
Uh-huh.
was Thomas and Tatiana. They
Okay.
both are single parents. I thought they were gonna be a match. I was like,
Same.
perfect. They're perfect for each other. Wrap it up.
Same.
And were you shocked they didn't work out?
I was shocked. I really liked Tatiana. First of all, 39 where she does not look 39. She looks
No.
amazing. I love her style. All of her outfits, I was like, yes, I would wear that. Yes, I would wear that. Yes, I would wear that. Yes, I would wear that.
Mhm,
Um, I think she's gorgeous. Body is tea. And I really do think that, I mean, ultimately we see who she ends up with down the line. She ends up with Yannick, but I thought they were a for sure match. And I thought that I think like, I don't know, aesthetically, I think he would have maybe liked her more. I don't know. I just felt like he's got that like grungy little like
yeah,
art look.
artist. Mhm.
Yeah, like artsy look. I think maybe. Yeah, I thought they were for sure. I was really surprised. Like they
Yeah.
just had too many little connections. They grew up in the same town. They both
Mhm.
have kids. They're similar in age. Like, but you see how the cookie crumbles. You know what I do
Yeah.
think though? I think that sometimes um like the women start to make it more so about a competition. Like once they find
Mhm.
out that it seemed like it to me seemed like Kim was not really into Thomas until she found out that Tatiana was like, "Oh, my future husband's an architect." Then it becomes like a competitiveness of like wanting to win, right? So
Uh-huh.
I think from that point on it was like, "No, I want him and I'm going
Mhm.
to like pull out all the best stops to like get him," as opposed to like that being your true connection, because I thought she had a better connection with Clément, or how do
Yeah.
you say his name?
Yeah, the names will be tricky, but yeah,
Yeah, like, how do you say his name?
I didn't I think that was right. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I thought Kim and him had, like, m more in common, more of a
Uh-huh.
connection, like, they seemed to be getting on really well, so I was so shocked.
Yeah. I know, I wouldn't have thought that she would be interested in, like, a single dad just because she seems like she enjoys, like, a fancy, high paced, like, lifestyle. Not that you can't have that with kids, but, like, ultimately, if you're choosing from all these different people, I wouldn't think, like, the single dad would be her choice, right? I thought it was so cool that him and Tatiana both had kids, and we've never seen that, like, 2 single parents, and I was like, they'll really get each other more than anyone else there would. So, yeah, I was sad that they didn't end up together, but I didn't think Tatiana was gonna find anyone. She
Me
was
too,
having a hard time,
me too.
she was getting so upset, and then later we see her with Yannick. Is that how we say it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
mhm.
and, she got, like, a little upset with him, but wasn't he trying to tell her, like, "I'm into you?" Or
Yes!
okay,
Yes,
I was so
absolutely.
confused.
I was like, "Okay, my girl is self-sabotaging here." She keeps, like, self-eliminating because she's so scared of not being chosen that she is like, "If I just eliminate myself, then
Mhm,
I don't have to deal with that rejection." I felt like that's what she was doing because Yannick was 100% telling her, "Look, I don't have a spark with this other connection and I
yeah,
have a spark with you." And she's just like, "I just can't do this anymore. I'm so tired of not being chosen. Like, I just want to be loved." And he's like, "Wait, I'm trying like, I'm literally
yeah,
trying to tell you that, like, I'm choosing you." And she's like, "I just can't do this. I gotta go." Like, and I feel like she did that with Thomas as well, though. She
yeah,
did that with him as well, which I think maybe made him lean a little bit more towards Kim because she did the
mhm,
same thing. Like, you just go, like, but
yeah,
I get her point. Like, I'm not here to fight for anyone either. Like, we're each other's, it's mutual and we're each other's number one. But then that's the name of the game, right? Like, you have more
mhm,
than one connection.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
felt like Kim was really, like, leading, like, she was telling them, "I like to have sex 3 times a day," and, like,
Oh.
really, like, trying to I think you're right, I didn't see it as, like, she's competing, but now that you say that, I'm like, "That's why," 'cause I was like, all of a sudden, she started being very, like, forward and sexual, and which, I mean, they all do talk about that in there, but I was like, "Why is she all of a sudden so into Thomas?" So that makes sense. She was
Yeah.
trying to steal him away, and she won, so I don't know if she's that happy with her prize, but
No, they don't seem compatible at all.
Mm-mm.
Like,
No.
I can tell that she's not attracted to him. She's not physically attracted to him.
No.
She had a visual of what she was gonna get, like a slick back. You heard her say it. Like, she was expecting like somebody just like super chiseled, super Prince Charming, right? Like blonde
Mhm.
hair. Uh
Yeah.
Probably like somebody that looks like Freddie. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
it's like that's what somebody very clean cut, and it's like he's not that. Like,
No.
so I think she's not attracted to him. I don't see this going well.
when
Like,
they got to the hotel. Well, I guess now I'm skipping ahead, but I'm like, now that we're talking
let's
about
just
them,
go
so
with it. Yeah.
when they got to the hotel and she was like picking over every little thing. Like, have you ever known someone in real life like that? Like, oh, it's the worst. Like, where they like picking over like this, like, you try to go to eat with someone and they like complain about the food and every little thing. Like, she gives that vibe where she's going to complain about every little thing. And he felt that right away. He was like, oh no, this is not my kind of person. And like, she didn't
Yeah.
like his elbows on the table. Like, they
She was
are
like, his
so
manners, his that's why I think she would have been better off with that other guy. Like,
Clement.
Clement. I think she would have been better off with him. Like, they just don't seem like he seems like a very free spirit and she seems very
Hmm.
structured.
Hmm.
Um,
Wait, that was this Kim when she thought it was Thomas, but she was talking, was that
yeah.
Clement that she was
Oh
talking
my
to?
God, yes.
Yes,
Oh
that was
my
the
God, yes. She said she was talking for 15
I
Oh my
I
God,
got
that's like gonna go
so
down in
confused.
Love is Blind history. She was like, "Yeah, he's my number 2, you're my number 1." Like, yeah, like you were telling her that you had to fight, and he's like, say,
He was
she
so
said,
lost.
Clement said, it's just like, she's so confused, like, no, she's saying Thomas told her. Like, why do you keep asking about Clement?
She was not getting it at all. Like, I think that she was so fired up and, like, so ready to talk to him, but, like, maybe just check and ask the name first. Like, we've learned that from season 2, with Shane, right? He did that once to Shayna and Natalie, and it's like every season someone makes that mistake and they start talking before they realize, but no one has talked for 15 minutes before they realize, so that was a lot, so
That's so crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was confused for a second because she was, like, talking to him, and I was like, "Wait, didn't Thomas say that?" And so I was like I started rewinding thinking I watched it
Yeah.
wrong, and then I realized what she was doing. It was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess that was the moment that I guess her and Clement broke up, because I was about to say we never seen her in things with him, but then I remember she was like, "Oh, I lost you," and he's like, "Yeah." Pretty much.
Yeah, a after she told him, "You're my number 2," it was hard to come back from that,
Yeah.
so it was pretty much done
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I thought that maybe we were gonna see some chemistry when Tatiana and Thomas had a chat. I think he's 100% regretting his decision, but there doesn't
Mhm.
seem to be any. I mean, their chat was quick. It was respectful.
I
There
think
didn't
she's
seem
so
to,
into Yannick that
and
Thomas
Yannick and
lost his
her
shot.
honestly look beautiful together.
I
Like
love
they're a
them.
gorgeous
They're the
couple
top
together.
couple for sure, like
Yeah. Oh, they just both look so good together. And but yeah,
him
I mean,
at the reveal, like, his reaction is the way they should all act. Like, I don't know why some of them act so chill. Like, he was like, "Wow," and he was so
for
excited and
Yannick.
yeah, at the
Yeah,
reveal.
and I
Yeah, he
think
was
but
so
to
happy.
me, I feel like she's as gorgeous as she is, like, she's insecure, you can tell because
Yeah.
she was like, "Are you disappointed? Like, do you think I'm pretty?" And it's like,
Mhm.
"Girl, do you know how fucking fine you are? Of course he's too stunned to speak, like,
Yeah.
you are a bad bitch, like, in all areas, like, you know what I mean? So to see
Mhm.
somebody that beautiful be like, "Are you disappointed? Like, am I pretty?" And, like, need
Mhm.
that constant, like, reassurance, I was like, "Girl, let him sit here and drool over you as he is, like, my
Yeah.
God." Like,
I felt like a lot of them did that. Like, there was a lot of, like, asking, like, "Do you
mhm,
think I'm attractive?" Like, we don't see that a lot on the USA one. It's usually all just, like, they just keep like, they don't direct it's not so direct, right? Like, they
we
don't
need
ask
some words of
flat out.
affirmation though, right? Like,
Yeah,
if you're not telling me, "Oh my God, you look gorgeous," which I felt like Yannick was, I think that's
yeah.
why I was so confused, like, he was
He was like,
definitely like
"Wow."
yes, like,
Mhm.
like, you could just tell, but sometimes I guess if they don't say anything about your looks, you're like, "Do you fuck
Yeah.
with me?" Or like, "You like what you see?" Like, yeah.
Well, like, Sabrina and how do we Van Mai?
Then
I
my yeah,
and
yeah,
mine, yeah. He was like didn't give her anything. He was just quiet, and it's like
yeah.
I feel like, okay, she's attractive. I'm sure he finds her attractive. So he's like some people are just like that. They're not good with words of affirmation,
They're
right? They
not.
just think
Yeah.
you're attractive. I don't gotta say it, right? And that's
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're a words of affirmation person, that's the worst person to end up with because you're not gonna get anything out of them ever. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I could see that because yeah, like you wonder that, like
yeah.
like I know that I look good, but like
Do you
you're
think
not
so?
always everybody's cup of tea, right?
Yeah.
So you know,
You
he
gotta
can
say it, especially
maybe
in that situation where you know
yeah,
they're nervous. You're seeing them for the first time. You know they want a little bit of
a
reassurance.
little
And
bit. Yeah.
yeah, most of the men weren't very reassuring. They're just kind of
Yeah.
like shocked. I think they were more worrying about their own looks and not like
Yeah.
focused on that. So, yes.
Yeah.
What's
So
next?
we kind of went on into so our first engaged couple was Chloe. We got an engagement in episode 1, right?
Oh,
Chloe
did we?
and we did. Chloe and who was it?
Oh, Chloe and Alexander.
Why are oh yes, they were our first engaged couple, which they seem very, very into each other.
Yeah,
Yes. He's the
they
one
seem
with the
like a good
hairline
match.
or lack
Yes.
thereof. The struggling.
Yeah. Yeah, they were pretty not boring, but yeah, not much going on. They just like picked each other and got engaged. And
Yeah.
when we got to the trip,
Teal
they
he
seemed
had a teal
happy.
suit on, he had the teal
Hmm.
suit on, her dress was matching, that was
Yeah.
cute. I feel like
Hmm.
they're both attracted to each other.
Yeah.
I noticed that her ring was a lot different than everybody else's ring, like,
Oh, really?
did you notice that? Like, she had more of, like, a little band, kinda like this, and then everybody else had more of, like, a rock engagement ring because they were the first
Oh.
engagement, so when I first seen
Hmm.
her ring, I was like, "Oh, like, maybe they have different styles of rings out there," but then I seen all the other engagements, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's just the one he picked." But yeah, they seem
Oh.
very cute. They seem like maybe like a one of our so far in the first 4 episodes, one of our first, like, for sure couples maybe,
Hmm.
attracted to each other, chemistry there.
Yeah.
Yeah, cutesy cutesy.
Yeah, I think they have no bumps in the road so far that we've
Mhm.
seen, but yeah, they're pretty just chill. So a little triangle was Charles, Julie, and Sarah. Sarah was a big personality. What did you think about Sarah? At first I was like, all right, she's blunt, she's outspoken. Then it just like, she was so mean to Julie. I don't understand why. Like there was a lot of mean girl stuff going on in the
Yes.
yeah. So what did you think
Yeah.
of Sarah
I
and
thought
Julie?
that I think Sarah's a bitch.
Yeah,
Like, I
she
think
is.
Sarah is a fucking bitch. Like, I noticed right away that she was, like, really pushy, right?
Mhm,
Like, even in their first earlier dates, it was like, "I'm your number 1, make me your number 1," to where she,
mhm,
like, forced him into making he's like, "Okay, I wanna make you my number 1." And then it's like, I feel like she did that throughout their process. Like, you're trying to force him to feel these things for you, force
mhm,
them force you to be number 1 because again, you want to win.
yeah,
It's not about the connection at all. First of all, they
mhm,
would have been a terrible match. Like he is too passive for her.
yeah,
She needs a very strong personality. She would have
mhm,
walked all over that boy. You know, and
yeah.
I think I got scared for a second because I was like, I literally wrote down in my notes, oh my God, like she bullied him into choosing her. Like she
Yeah,
legitimately bullied him into choosing her. And oh girl, Julie, if she would have listened to him in that moment, like when he went to that pod and said, I'm picking Sarah, if she would have been like, okay, and walked out, that would have been the biggest mistake of his
yeah,
life, her life, like, you know what I mean? He pulled a Katisha, right? Like, he pulled a Katisha from Love is Blind UK where he did a U-turn, and thank God he did. But you seen how she was like, "I won, like, I'm gonna go
she
tell
said,
that."
"I won, motherfucker." That's what she said.
She
Did you
said, "I'm gonna go tell that bitch I won."
Yeah, uh-huh,
And the only way you won was by putting another woman down. So it's
mhm,
like that's where it gets to like, okay, bitch, now I'm gonna light you up because you don't have to like put down another woman to uplift yourself. If you're the
mhm,
best choice for him, you're the best choice for him. But you don't have to like degrade her in the process of it. Like, oh,
no,
she's running around the lounge. Do you really want a girl that's running around and telling all your business? Like,
mhm,
because obviously it was clear to me that Julie and him opened up about things that you wanted to be reserved and private about, you know?
yeah,
And
yeah, I
now
thought it
you're
was
running
a
around telling everybody what you basically telling her that she's promiscuous. You're trying
mhm,
to allude to that. And it's like,
mhm.
I would have
Yeah, it
cussed
was
her in that
a
damn
bad
lounge.
idea for Sarah to give an ultimatum, like force him to pick her, because you don't know if you're getting someone picking you because they really want to, and he's always going to second guess that. So I was glad that Julie didn't just listen, and she could kind of tell that he wasn't solid in that choice. So although I don't know if she regrets that now because obviously Julie and Charles get engaged, then she's not happy with what she sees, I don't think. It's
Yeah.
I feel bad, but I was thinking he looked a little elfish, and then, Kim's said he looks like an elf when she saw him, so I'm like, "Oh, no, it doesn't mean, like, not" or do you think he's attractive?
Girl, no.
Oh, okay. I was like, you look shocked.
No, I'm shocked that they said that to his face because, right, that's a whole nother
Yeah, that
conversation that Kim, Tatiana, and Sabrina chat with Charles. Like, we'll get to that because it's like,
mhm,
first of all,
that
and
was
you guys
brutal.
are all ganging up on, like you said, it was very mean girly. And I think
Mhm,
Sarah's a mean girl and her friends are mean girls too, because it's got me looking at Tatiana, Sabrina, and Kim very sideways because it's like, who the fuck are you? Like, stay out of our shit.
mhm,
He chose me. You don't even know. When you watch it back, you're gonna realize what a bitch your friend was, and like that
yeah,
she was literally forcing him to pick her, and that's the
mhm,
only reason why he did it. So yeah, thank God he switched up. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah, you can tell those girls are just being authentically themselves, sadly. I think on, the American one, they know they're so smart now. They know that, like, being girls, girls, and being friends with everyone and being kind to the other women in the lounge is, like, a massive part about your edit, right? And, like, we saw with, Irina back in the day of they did a little laughing and stuff, like, nothing compared to what we see on this France one, and they
yeah.
were, like, totally ostracized as these horrible mean girls, so
Mhm.
not that everyone is a mean girl on the inside, but I think we would see a lot more of this competitive and nastiness from some women, but now the
Yeah,
American one,
for
they're
sure.
way too they will never act like that on at the pods because they know they'll get roasted for it, but these
Right, which
girls had
you have
no
to appreciate the authenticity, and honestly,
mhm,
that's why sometimes it is hard to review the other, countries because it's like, if the behavior is, like, socially acceptable for them and we're sitting here like, "This girl's a bitch, she's a mean girl," and out there, they might be like, "Oh, she keeping it real," like, you gotta appreciate a bitch that, like, goes for what she wants and, like, is keeping it real. I don't think you have to be nasty to other women to,
no,
like, get what you want. I would have respected her a lot more if she went in there and just been like, "Me and her are so different. I really don't
yeah,
understand how you're connecting with, like, the both of us." And, like, like, we seen Tatiana do that with Thomas. Like, she was like, "Kim is amazing. Like, she's an
uh-huh,
amazing girl." You didn't sit here and go, "She's a stuck-up ice queen bitch. You're not gonna fuck with her." Like, you know what I mean? She could have said that, and she
uh,
wouldn't have been lying, but she didn't do
I
that, you know?
I I hate when women say that on these shows, and they do that on The Bachelor a lot when they're like, "Oh, if you like her, then you couldn't like me, like, we're so different." Like, we know what you're trying to say there. You're just
Well,
that's
Bliss
just a
did
sneaky
that
way
to
what?
Irina. Bliss
Yeah.
did that to Irina from Zach. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know how you like her. I'm so confused.
Yeah, she might have been right, though. I guess sometimes it's true, right?
She might have been
Sometimes
right.
it's true, it's 2 very different women, but it's like, who are you to say that he likes this woman and not that like, people like different personalities sometimes. You don't
Yeah,
always just like the same kind of person. I just think it's funny when they say that to the person because you know what they're trying to say is, like, they're
it's
not
not.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's just a
yeah,
shady way
exactly.
of saying it.
Mhm.
What about the guy that got caught with someone in his hotel room or something like that? What was his name?
Oh,
I can't
oh,
he was not a
girl,
main guy.
he was
Was
he
that
the one who he was
Gal
connecting with
Gaian?
Diane, I think is, like, how you
Mhm.
pronounce it. He he was connected with Tatiana. Obviously, that was, like,
Yeah, she had bad luck in there.
yeah, God's gift protecting her because what do you mean you got caught with another woman in your hotel room? Like, what do you mean you guys are all staying in, like, Love is Blind hotel room? So you're not supposed to have a phone. Where
Mhm.
did you get a phone to even call the girl to come meet you at the hotel room? And what made you think production wasn't going to see a girl slipping in and out of your hotel room when you're in an
Right?
experience to get married? Like,
Wild. I wonder because obviously hotel rooms have phones, so I wonder if you just picked up the
or,
phone
but
and
I would
called
think
someone,
in a cast hotel room, they would take those
they would
out.
take it out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you, like,
No?
prearranged this. I feel like we need more details because 'cause I've never heard of that, although maybe it's been happening and we just never find out, but oh,
Well,
something
we did hear, I remember hearing on one of the other, I don't know if it was Sweden or if it was Germany or something, but there was a rumor that somebody got a phone and looked up everybody's Instagram, like, once he had names
right.
and stuff, and went this is all alleged because I don't think we got to the bottom of it because I was trying to get the story, but it was all in a different language and I couldn't like keep up. So when people ask for tea on other countries, I'm like, I don't speak the language. Like, give it me tea, but
We'll
like I
try our
really
best.
don't understand what's going on. But yeah, there was that, like that he made his decision based on like what everybody saw. So this is a next level. Like that
Yeah.
he had a girl come into his hotel room. Obviously, you're not serious about marriage.
Mm-mm.
Obviously, you have a cuddy buddy or a situationship, and
I wonder if they film this one in Sweden like they do all the other ones, because
mm.
maybe he knew a girl in Sweden and he was like, "Well, I might not be in Sweden again, so come and
And
see
then
me."
when they talked to him at the confessional, he was like, "I'm disappointed in the girls didn't get to finish out the experiment." Like, bitch, like
Yeah.
this is a good thing because if they finish out the experiment ends in marriage.
Yeah.
Engaged, imagine you would have gotten engaged. Like that would have been even worse. Don't feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Like they're
And
fine, they're good. Like
that would have been a lot of tea coming out if that happened, if he got engaged and some girl comes forward. Like, I was in his Love is Blind hotel room, so that's just something we haven't had happen on the US one, so producers take notes. We can have that happen.
yeah, that was real juicy. That was real juicy. But that led to Tatiana going with Yannick. And I feel like their connection was introduced a little later in the episodes. I do
Mhm,
like that they do that they introduce, like, I feel like we got 3.5 pod episodes again, which I feel like is a
mhm.
really good amount. These were really long episodes, though. Some of them
They
were
were.
over an hour long. And we got a lot of background story, a lot of
Yeah.
background characters that don't make it past the pods. Like, so we
Mhm.
got Yannick, who was he was connecting with Tatiana, and what was the other girl's name? Cindy.
Oh.
That was Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy was, interesting. I didn't like how she, like, came for Tatiana at the end, like, that was
Again,
odd, like
again,
yeah,
again, she did
the
it too. I
girls.
have that written down. Maybe it's a Parisian thing. I don't know. Like, man,
Maybe.
this is a cultural thing at this point because she
Yeah.
did the same thing too. Is when he's trying to break it off with her, you're now bad mouthing Tatiana. Now you're saying, "Oh, is your spark real? Are you sure
Mhm.
about your spark? Or make sure it's not just because of the cameras." Like, you don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to
No.
bash her to get what you want, and ultimately you didn't get what you wanted anyway, so
No, and she came to Tatiana like, "Oh, you were all about Thomas." I'm like, "Girl, that was like 5 minutes ago. We're on like so many
mm,
different guys now." So the
right.
timeline was a little confusing. Because also, did you find it weird that after they got engaged, they were still there? I never have seen that before.
I think they aired it out of order because I thought the same thing too because we saw Thomas and Tatiana have a chat
Yeah.
after he was already engaged to Kim. I don't
Uh-huh.
think it happened in that order because if you pay attention when Tatiana and Kim were having a chat, Kim
Uh-huh.
was in that corset. Like she was in that
Yeah.
corset. And that what happened on a date that she had with Thomas. So when she said to Kim, "Oh, I'm to your husband," they weren't
Yeah.
engaged yet. She just knew
Oh,
at
okay,
that
that's
point
what
that
threw
he
me off because I was like,
yeah.
she called him her husband, so was that
Yeah,
after or
I think she
before?
just knew at that point that I think Thomas had already cut it off with her, and she knew he was moving
Okay.
forward with Kim, so that's why she said that, but they definitely aired that out of order. Because I was like, "Why is
Yeah.
he still talking to Tatiana?" That was nice of him to, like, warn her and tell her what happened, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I thought that was weird, like, why would you still be in the pods, like, going on dates after you're engaged or just hanging
Yeah,
around there? So,
yeah,
that makes more sense. Because yeah, I noticed also when Kim had that, like, denim jumpsuit on, later on, they were, like, flashing or, like, they were airing it as a new scene, but she had the jumpsuit on from the first yeah, there was a lot
yeah,
of, like but they have to do that, I guess, because
yeah, it
they
was a
wanna show
little,
us different people. Yeah, so that makes sense.
yeah.
They have to stop saying, like, 1,000 times yes or 1,000,000 times yes. I can't hear that anymore. Every couple says it. It's, like, so
Yeah.
overdone.
And what's so
But
crazy is we don't even know if that's what they're saying. Like, you know what I
true.
mean? They could just be saying like, "Yeah," and then the subtitles are like, "1,000,000 times,
Yeah,
yes." You know,
I
that's why
know.
I don't ever comment on, like, stuff that they're saying in their
Uh-huh.
speech because I'm like, the dubbing might just, like, be inaccurate and because there's a couple little lines I was like, "That was strange. That was a strange sentence," but I'm like, that's probably actually not what they said at all. But
Yeah,
I feel
did
like we didn't get to see much of Yannick and, Tatiana's connection in the pods
uh-huh.
because they were introduced so late, but I think overall, he made the right choice, and they're my favorite couple as of
Same.
The first 4
Love them.
episodes, I think they're really cute, and
They
they
have
look great
so much
together.
chemistry. Yeah, like, they
Mhm,
just have
mhm,
that
mhm.
natural chemistry that I'm not seeing from really any of the other couples, like, the other
No.
ones seem maybe, Chloe and
Chloe,
Alexander do have
yeah,
it a little bit, but the other
yeah,
ones, like, are kind of like Kim and Thomas do not have it.
yes.
Julie and Charles do like, she didn't even sleep in the room with him, so she is
Right,
not
and they
feeling
had
it.
2 beds, like, I'm like, if you really wanted, like, to,
She
like,
didn't even wanna, like,
you didn't even
see
wanna be
him.
in the room with him, which I don't think, and I think he's handling it very well, like, he doesn't
Yes.
even, it doesn't even seem to bother him that she's not attracted to him. He's like, That's fine," like, like,
Right?
and
I
then he's
could
still, like,
never.
super cuddly with her, super, like, but she
He's
seemed,
trying.
remember we seen that in, Sweden, though, with Jakob and Carolina, like, and
Right.
they ended up getting married, and she
Mhm.
was very adamant that he was not her physical type, so I do think that you can be attracted to somebody, how somebody treats you, I do think. So I think, you know, by the mixer, the attack at the mixer seemed to, like, bring them closer together, you know?
Yeah, that was brutal, like, they literally told him, "Your voice doesn't match, like, how you look," like, they were
Your little
so.
elf, yeah. They called him little
Yeah.
elf to his
Oh, they
face.
said that to his face? I thought she just said
Yes.
that to the confession.
No, she said it to his face, I wrote it down. She
No.
was like, "Yeah, your voice doesn't match, you look like a little elf, ha, ha, ha."
Oh, no. Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
nice. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I guess Elf isn't that bad, but it's hard to take Elf in a nice way. There's not really anything nice about it. I was gonna say
right.
speaking of Elf, but that's not nice. The the short, the tall, beautiful. Not
Girl, who was
she's
that?
not Cynthia. Sh
Jonathan and Cynthia.
See, she's gorgeous, and like I said, as a shorter well, average height person, I always wished I was a tall girl and I would wear my heels and I wouldn't care. I'd be like 6'4", and I know tall women are always like, "No, you wouldn't feel that way if you were tall," but when you don't have it, you're like, "I wish I had that," right? So, I
Yeah,
feel like she was nervous to have a shorter partner, but then when she saw him, she was fine, like, she,
it
like
seemed fine. It
yeah, she
seemed
didn't have a
fine
problem
on
with
all
it.
fronts,
Mhm.
but it wasn't fine at
It
all.
was not
It
fine.
was not fine.
It was fine till she tried to wear some heels to the mixer, and his reaction was not good. I mean, I wish he would have just gone about it differently, but there's no good way to say, "You can't wear heels." Like, that's the problem. That's why she was dreading maybe he's gonna be shorter because of these issues, not because of, "Oh, it looks bad." It doesn't look bad, it's about how it makes her feel about being tall, right? Like, she has to, like, apologize for it, and
Yeah.
when he said, "I'm begging you not to wear the heels," that was very.
Here's the thing, is that he said it wasn't an issue. That's the only
Yeah,
reason she
mhm,
decided to wear the heels. The thing is it is an issue, and you should have said it's an issue. If
yes,
you tell me, "Babe, it's not an issue. I am very confident in your height. I love your height. I think your height is beautiful." Then I'm gonna pull out my heels. And the
mhm,
heel was this big, bruh. Like,
mhm,
it was this big. Imagine if I wore my 4-inch heels. Like, the heel was this big. You told me it's not an issue, so I'm gonna do what makes me feel confident and beautiful because you told me it's not an issue. But really, you're sitting in one breath saying it's not an issue, and then being like, "They're gonna make fun of me. It is an issue. You're not thinking about how I feel." Okay, so it
yeah,
is an issue. So the
yeah, I
fact,
wish
like,
he should have just said right off the bat, like, I love your height, it doesn't bother me, like, we're just meeting all these people for the first time, is it okay if, like, just for this time so that it doesn't look like we have such a big height difference, like, just wear flats and then, but even then, I feel like that's a red flag,
even then, that's
right?
you telling me that
Only
there's
because
an
you're
issue.
tall.
You can't say there's not an issue and then ask me to wear flats. The only reason she decided to wear heels was because he said it wasn't an issue. So she's
Yeah,
like, "Okay, well, if it's not an issue for him, it's genuinely not an issue for me. I don't give a fuck what these people say.
yeah.
Like, I'm
It
gonna
would
wear
have
my
been
heels."
Yeah, it would've been so cool if he was literally like, "Do you got bigger heels? Like, I don't care, like, I love you and we look good together, you look hot, like, wear anything." Like, he could've made up for his height, and he's not even that short, it's just that she's tall, right? And so, it's not like he's
Is she
5'5" or
taller
something.
than him with,
She's 6
heels on?
feet.
She's 6 feet. Is she taller than him with no heels on? Because I
I
feel like
don't
when
know
she had flats
because
on, she was still ta
yeah, I think he's probably, like, 5'10", 5'11", which,
Mm.
is not tall, but I mean, it's not like he's not exceptionally short is all I'm saying. Like it's probably not that much of an issue unless he's
Mhm.
dating a taller woman, right? So I wish he would have just acted like, just had because confidence can make up for any physical, like especially for
Seriously.
women, because like you said, you can treat someone into to falling for you. I don't think that works with
No.
women to men as well, but like for women, if he was the most confident guy in the room, like she wouldn't care about his height. So he could have made up for it, but he basically proved her right with why she was nervous to have a shorter partner
Yeah.
cuz yeah.
Yeah, that was honestly, like, a really difficult argument to watch because I'm like, "How are you keep saying it's not an issue when clearly it's an issue?" Like, you're literally throwing a
Mhm.
fucking fit because I wanna put on a pair of heels. Heels
Mhm.
make me feel confident, make me feel beautiful, and you're asking me not to wear them to make you feel better. So you want me
Mhm.
to dim my light to shine it on you, which is not a good sign. So,
No, it's
I
just the
don't think
start.
they're gonna make it.
No, they didn't go to the mixer. We see them fighting in the preview for the next episode. Yeah, I think that might be it. I don't know how you can come back from that because you know now that he's not confident in how
Yeah.
he looks with you. And yeah, are you never going to wear heels again?
Yeah,
And
she needs
he
a
has
taller guy,
confidence
he needs a
issues.
shorter girl. It is what it is, but I really did think at their reveal, like, I was like, "Oh, like, it's"
It's
but you
fine.
could
Yeah.
just tell even in his comments, he's like, "Oh, no, I remember those heels. Yep. Oh, yeah, I remember those from yesterday." So I was like, "Damn, you taking notes of, like, what heels I'm wearing." The craziest part is, you guys, it's a half an inch heel, like, it's, like, like, I tell
It's like a
the heel
sandal.
she was putting on was like it was a kitten heel.
Yeah.
Um But yeah, like, he's insecure, and just like, I think, when Kim met Thomas, like, she could tell that he was very not confident in his
Yeah.
appearance, and that, like, made her I do think, like you said, like, confidence is key, right?
Hmm.
I think that's why a lot of women were so attracted to Lil Wayne. Do you know you know who Lil Wayne is, right? The rapper? He's, like,
Yeah.
so not attractive, but, like, he exudes confidence and, like, swag and
Yeah.
aura that, like, people are like, "Oh, yeah, he's hot," and it's or like Jay-Z, like, right?
Yeah.
He's not
So
hot,
many. I
but his
mean, so many. We always see so many not attractive men with gorgeous women, and it's not their looks, right? It's
it's
their
their confidence.
personality, their
Yeah.
swag. Yeah, so many
Yeah, they're so
other
great
things.
at
That
it.
works for women, we're not necessarily always about the first impression, how you look right off the bat, right? You can really
Yeah,
the way you act can change someone's mind. So,
yeah.
yeah, I thought that when she saw him, she kinda there was, like, a little laughter going on, and so I thought, like, they were gonna pull the plug right then and there, but then she said it
Yeah.
wasn't a problem, so I was like, "Oh, phew, it's fine." But I
I thought
admire
she was gonna have more the issue than him, so it kind
yeah,
of crazy that he ended up being the one that was like, "Eh," because she did say, like, "In all honesty, it has been a thing in the past, but if you don't care, I don't care." And he's like,
uh-huh,
"Yeah, I don't care," but the whole time you care, bro. You really, really care. Like
mhm. I admire their dedication to the experiment because they didn't give any clues, these people, to their looks, and I think that's what's making it such a good season, right? Because 'Cause we've learned on the US one, they do a lot of clues, and, like, maybe it is for the better because you will get a better partner. Because if she would have gone around telling them, "I am 6 feet and I cannot be with a shorter person," she wouldn't be in this position,
she
but that's
wouldn't.
not the point of the experiment, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
I
and
like
even
that
though
they
Tatiana and Yannick did. They did. They discussed ethnic background, so he knew she
right,
was a mixed race woman, and she knew he was African.
and I
So,
think Van Mai did too, right? Because I remember him talking about his background and his parents fleeing the war or something, and so I think, yeah,
yeah,
they did give some clues, but she obviously didn't mention her height or she wouldn't have ended up with Jonathan,
right.
but or maybe she did and he just didn't. I don't know, it just seemed like they were shocked, so
They were
like they did
shocked.
not see this coming.
She didn't say no, she specifically, I think, didn't say anything on purpose,
Right.
because I do think it would have limited her connections because there's
Mhm.
not a lot of men left in this world that are over 6.
Is it rare?
It's very rare,
Is
Ashley. It's
it?
very
Okay.
rare. Like, even me, like, I'm 5'7",
Uh-huh.
and I find it difficult to date somebody that's 5'10" or 5'11", because when I have
The
heels
heels.
on, we're the same height, and I
Yeah.
always wear heels, and I'm always wearing 3, 4-inch heels.
Mhm.
So, it does, like, there's something about being eye level with you, like, if somebody tries to beat us up, like, who's gonna win? Like, you know what I mean? Like, can you protect me?
You
Like,
don't
you
want
know,
to
I
defend
always
him.
feel safe if I can look up, you know? I don't know.
I get it now watching this because, like I said,
Yeah,
I'm like 5'5", so just boring height. I can wear heels. I've had like one boyfriend that was shorter than me in heels, but it's rare, right? So this is not something I have talked a lot about. But you mentioned it at being 5'7". It's, you can get into that territory of taller in heels, and I was like, oh, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But watching this, I'm like, oh, it really is. Not for the women, but for the men. They get so emasculated, and not
yeah,
all of them, but I can see how now you don't even wanna put yourself in that position, right? You're like, "I'm not even
yeah,
gonna date someone that's shorter because I don't wanna be told not to wear my heels to a function." So it makes
right,
sense now for sure.
right, right.
But not all men. There's obviously short kings out there who are confident and want their women in heels and are not like this. So
Yeah.
Cynthia needs to find one of those guys.
Yeah, like, 'cause Kevin Hart and his wife, like,
Yeah.
they were like a model. Like
Mhm.
5'10" and he's like 5'3" or
Yeah.
something, like
Yeah, it's like he just gotta have confidence, and if he would've just said, "Wear those heels to the party," it would've all been fine, but
Yeah,
clearly it's a problem for him,
yeah,
so,
for sure.
uh, who was the guy that Sabrina was talking to, but then he was thinking of someone else, remember?
Was that Sabrina or was it somebody else? Because I thought that well, those were 2 separate girls.
Oh, I thought that was Sabrina.
Maybe, I don't know. You might be right.
I think it was Sabrina,
Okay.
and what was the guy's name?
There's
There's
so many people, like, there's literally, like, so many, like, stories within the stories, which is amazing, which is a
Yeah,
good time, but it's, like, gonna be impossible for us to remember everyone's name, but you guys, there
I
was a
know.
guy on the show that went into the pod and told Sabrina, "I just wanna let you know that I'm thinking about another girl on the outside." Like, who does that? Like, why would you do
Yeah.
that? Like, what
Oh,
benefit
it was Julian.
Julian, like, what made
Yeah.
what about that statement made you think, "This is gonna go over well with her. She is gonna be thrilled to
Right?
hear this." Like, guys are
Keep
so
that as
jerk.
an inside thought, like, why would he have thought that that was a good idea? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I don't understand either.
Yeah, maybe he was starting to get worried that he didn't like anyone there, and then he was gonna lose this person on the outside, but you're not supposed to have a person on the outside when you're here to get married, like, what is that person gonna think when you come out engaged? So, that's why it's some shows you can go on with that person in the background, but not this marriage show,
There
that's
was
a little
no
different.
benefit to telling her that. Like, that
No.
was so and then for him to be like, "She took it well, like, that's a sign, like, we're gonna be great." It's like, "No, bitch."
Mhm. No.
That was
Well,
so
who do you think at this juncture is going to get married?
let me see, who do we have? Let's
We
see,
got
but we
Kim and
got
Thomas.
Kevin Thomas. No,
Oh, that was
absolutely not.
sad that he was crying at the end, by the way. I was obviously on his side with the poor Julie, like, crying, or she
You
wasn't
guys
crying, but
were
she was
banging
upset. Mhm.
they didn't realize that by ganging up on Charles, you were essentially telling Julie, "You're not the right pick. He should have went for somebody else." And Julie stood her ground with all of those girls. She said, "It's not your place. It's not your business. What happened with them is between them. What happened with us is between us. Get the fuck off of our back." Like, is
Yeah,
basically what she said. And same, poor Julie. And I'm not going to sit here and support your buffoonery. Now, I do agree that couples should, have their hashings out in private. They shouldn't do it in a group setting.
uh-huh.
And, if you felt indifferent about my decision, then you tell me when we're back at our room. But I don't think that him saying poor Julie was like him like coming down on her or against her
No.
at all. Kim's looking for a reason to fucking cut Thomas's ass off and she gonna find one, okay? Like by any means necessary.
I agree. I don't think they are getting married at all. I don't know if they'll even get to the altar. Did they show her in a wedding dress?
I think they did. I have to go back and
Okay.
watch it. I feel like they did. I
Shocking.
know that I seen a scene of her crying, but
Yeah.
maybe they don't make it to the altar.
Chloe and Alexander. I think
I
they have a
like
good
them. I
chance.
think they have a good chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Cynthia and Jonathan have no
No,
chance.
they're
We
not going to the they about to break up before this
Yeah.
honeymoon is over. Yeah.
They're, first 5 minutes of episode 5, and we won't see them again probably. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Tatiana and Yannick, obviously love them,
Love
but
them.
do
I
you think
don't know if they have what it takes to go all the way to the alter. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the scene of like, I don't know if it was her mom having reservations or his mom
Mm.
having reservations. And I don't, Yannick has a fuckboy earring. He has the dangle
Yes, he
earring.
does.
He has the
I
dangle
wrote
earring.
that down. Yannick
Yeah,
earring right here.
he has the dangle earring. And
Mm.
guys, you can't
He's
trust the dangle earring. It screams fuckboy. It screams not serious. And that earring is what's casting my doubt about Yannick. But he is 35. He does seem completely enamored with her. Like, I really
mhm.
do think that they are attracted to each other. And hopefully that chemistry that they have is enough to carry them into a wedding. So they're a maybe for
Yeah.
me right now.
Yeah, I think maybe just her having a son obviously is like a big hurdle to get over, and that could
Mhm.
definitely throw a wrench in things because, yeah, they seem great chemistry, very enamored with each other. So it's like, what could go wrong? But having a child is definitely something that is going to have to go very well for them to actually get
Yeah.
married. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Sabrina and Van Mai, I don't think she's attracted to him. Do you think she is?
Yeah. I don't think she's attracted to him, and I don't think he's attracted to her, which is crazy because she's gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
But then I don't know because it's like I do think she's attracted to him because you do see her giving him compliments. She's complimenting his body. He look good. Yeah,
Mhm.
mine look good, okay? So
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I feel like she is attracted to him, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
They don't seem compatible though. They don't
I
seem
think
compatible.
obviously Sabrina's very attractive, but I do think you're right. It's not that he's not I think he's someone who needs a specific type and she's not it. Like maybe he likes more of a more like not natural, but like sporty type, you know what I mean? Like a granola hiker type girl. And I
Yeah.
think I think he's looking at Sabrina like she
She's a
looks
bad
like
bitch.
a
She's too
lot.
bad.
Yeah.
She's bad of a bitch for him. And I did think that.
Mm.
I did think that during their meeting. I thought like, oh, this is giving like prom queen and like band geek. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But sometimes that works. Like sometimes that
Mhm.
works when like you have a guy that is like you're so past his level that he's obsessed with you and like, you know what I mean? You're obsessed with how he treats you. But I
Yeah.
don't know that we're getting that dynamic here, you
No,
know?
he
I don't
needs
know.
I think she thought, like, he was gonna be that way, right? Like, obsessed with her 'cause and treat her well, and he's sort of being a little indifferent, so I think that's really hard for her to, like,
Yeah.
figure out what the hell's going on, so,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know, like, obviously, we usually get quite a few marriages in the other countries because I don't know why they're just more serious about marriage, but this
Mhm.
is not looking the best, but we could be wrong, so we'll see.
Yeah, and we have Julie and Charles, last but not least.
Yes.
What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe, like, honestly, who was the Sweden couple?
Jakob and Carolina.
Yes, like, she was so unattracted to him, and I was like, "No chance," and they got married, so
Yeah,
this time I'm gonna say it's possible. She could
I
come
am
around.
too. I am too. I think that Charles treats her very kind. I do think that eventually that is gonna outweigh it. I if I had to guess a couple, it would be them. Like, I would say
Mhm,
yes. Like, okay, Chloe and Alexander, yes. Tatiana and Yannick, maybe. Julie and Charles, strong, maybe 2. Those would be my
mhm.
3 that the other 3 have no chance in hell. But
No.
those would be my 3 that I think Julie's gonna warm up to him.
Yeah, I could see that. Definitely
Yeah.
now that we've seen that happen on another show, I'm more open to thinking that could
Yeah.
definitely happen,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited to see the next episodes. I'm like, "Damn, this is good. I wanna know
This
what's
is
gonna happen."
good.
So
It's very good. It's very interesting. I love that they kept the pod episode short. Like I said, 3.5 is good. I'm worried
Mhm.
about the upcoming coming Denver season having like too many,
Yeah,
they
5
love the
pods.
pods. They love the pods. So I'm excited. I'm glad we're doing this one. So if you guys are watching Love is Blind France, make sure that you guys are commenting, engaging, sharing with your other friends that are also watching the season because we're not going to continue to watch it if it's like, you guys aren't interested in it.
Yeah,
So
we wanna
um because we have
do what
Brazil as
you
well.
like. Yes, Brazil too, so let us know if you want us to cover that one, and we will.
Yeah. So we will see you tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow. We're here every day, so we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for listening.
Bye
Bye,
guys.
guys.